Yes, there's a microphone in front of my face. No, I will not be singing. Thank God. Shit works out better in your head. Ideas are kind of like milk. You can take them and preserve them for a while. You can keep them. And they're just sitting there, conveniently waiting for you to use them on anything. But if you just sit there and enjoy the thought of using them, things will get real bad fast. The metaphor can be applied to almost anything. Creative ideas, a relationship that you want to happen, things that you want to happen in those relationships, a shot for shot remake of Breaking Bad, but all in Spanish. It could be anything. Really, it's one of those infinitely applicable milk metaphors that you've definitely heard of. But if you just chill, fridge, perfect metaphor, on the ideas and don't actually do anything about them, eventually they will go bad. Now, that could look like fantasizing about someone you like until you get really, really creepy without even noticing it. Or it could look like an idea that you wanted to do getting boring, or worse, impossible. Now, instead of having an okay idea that you could have actually done something with, you have a good idea that's impossible. And if you're like me, you already have plenty of those. It's like thinking about getting on a bus for so long that you actually miss the bus, and now, no, we already have a metaphor. It's milk. It's like milk. But it's even a good thing if you fuck up, because you're going to at some point, and you need to know when you do so that you can move on to the next idea, so that you can go to the next thing instead of sticking on this one thing that's already fucked up. You don't know that something needs to be replaced until you spill milk all over the floor. Perfect metaphor. But at the same time, not a perfect metaphor, because milk doesn't get a little bit better after you first get it, and there are some thoughts that you should sit on and think about a little more to make them better. Example, every Facebook post that's longer than 2 sentences. That said, if it was a perfect metaphor, it wouldn't be called a metaphor. It would be called an explanation. And it doesn't change the fact that after a certain point, you just have to drink the milk. Unless you want yogurt. It's not perfect. Why is it called Barely Written? Good question. No one. It's because I barely wrote it. I jotted some stuff down and thought about some other stuff, so that way I could just punch it up with personality instead of doing the same thing with jokes. So why am I saying this? Because it's kind of a different style, and if you're the kind of person that likes to think about things that they watch, and you happen to want to do that for this, I would want you to know what it is that you're thinking about. Either that, or I need an excuse for if the jokes are all bad. You choose an opinion and stick with it. That's what most people do.